Just say there. Okay. We're in Kusamach Gimel, Sif Gimel. Amarlo Halveni Moneh. He said, listen, I need a money. Give me 100. Money means 100. Amarlo Moneh ainly. I don't have 100. I don't have 100. Chitim in Moneh Yeshli, but I have chitim which are worth 100. Menasan lo chitim in Moneh. And he gave him chitim b'maneh. He agreed to take it. Kamoshu ashar, whatever that was the price then. B'chazar, and a little bit later, b'chazar v'lachem min b'tzad. He said, "Listen, I need the chitim here. I have 100 here. I'll give you 90 for the chitim. The guy's happy to get at least 90, most of all the money he needs, and and the guy gets his wheat back." The dayahim shavimana. It's still in the same time period that it's worth 100. It's a very close time period. Whether it's within 20 minutes or whether it's in a day, whatever it is, it's a pretty close time. Im paralabasov hamane bepeiros motor. If in the end he pays him back money in peiros, that's okay. Because the loan is about lending, like a savasa type loan, and you eat whatever. Also the former most, but he can't pay him back 100. Pay him back 100. If they haramas ribis, because then it's like a haramas ribis. Since he said, "Listen, lend me money, lend me money, lend me a money," right? And it seems like. In looking at the overall picture, however the mechanics worked, it seems like okay. He says, "Listen, lend me a money," and in the end, he lent him 90. Like in the kilo, he lent him 90, and now he's giving back 100. Now the truth is that that's not how it worked, and this is only haramas ribis because he lent him chitim. He lent a little chitim. That's why if he pays him back in chitim, it's okay. He lent him chitim. And the fact that he bought it back in the middle, it's a separate mekach, whatever. So technically it's not ribis, but it seems like haramas ribis. The Malva was like, listen, I don't have a money, I'll give you this and I'll buy it back. And in the end he gets he might get more than what he than what he gave him. V'ima also right who moitzi menu kuf b'din. He's allowed to take back. He's allowed to, if he did do the loan like this, he is allowed to go ahead and collect 100, right? Al-Pi din, the Malva can get 100 because he lent him 100 chitim. Shafilo avak ribis kan. It's just the Chalim asked it because it looks fishy. Put it that way. It could be that they didn't intend that. It could be that that was the intent in order to they did a mecher in the middle and sidestep ribis. It's hard to know exactly what they're since that could be. So therefore, Chavim answered it. So it's not even a vak ribis. So therefore, he can actually collect the money that he lent them or the chitim. Agav, Mishomim de Havi.
So the middle exchange of 90 for Isah is considered a mecher.
Mecher, right? Like a separate mecher. But the overall picture looks like a whole beribis. Yeshua the Havi of vakribis. Some say no, it is taka of vakribis, and therefore will be also to collect the money. Again, this is only if this is the way things played out. It's not that they made this is the deal they originally made. That's straight ribis. If he told him, okay, listen, I'll lend you this, and tomorrow I'll come back and buy for you less, and you're going to get. So then already that's straight ribis. This just happens to be it played out that way, so it looks like it. Afila parallel payers. Even he gave him back payers. It still looks like that's still straight ribis because when they make it tonight, in the end he's going to end up getting more. So then that's. That's good straight ribis. They say over here the reason why we don't just say the reason why it's haramas ribis is also this thing took place in a very short period of time. if it took place over like a couple, let's say 1 year, it was one time he gave him the thing, and then he comes back, and later on says, a few months, I need that wheat back, he's like, whatever, that he bought it from him, that's okay. Because that's just like a couple, that's like I said, it's a straight mecher. The problem over the Russians say is that since it happens so, within, it doesn't usually happen. The guy, he lends him a money, and then immediately goes back and buys it back from him. Already it seems fishy, so that's why the Chazal said that it's a Ramas Ribis, and therefore it would be also. Kusamach Dalet Aleph Misha Haisa Sode Mimushkanes Biyado. Someone who has a field which is a mashkin, right? What we call nowadays would be similar to a mortgage. You have to figure we're going to get to. The sugis of mortgages are much later on. And does it apply? Is it the same way? But Hamushkan started lo yachkirenu. No, lo yachkirenu. He can't rent it out. So what happened was someone lent someone money, and the Love said, "Listen, I gave him his field as a mashkan." Now there's two types of mashkantas. There's a mashkanta de nechiyasa, which is mutter. Mashkanta de nechiyasa is that he slowly deducts from the loan if he harvests the wheat, or let's say he gives him an apartment, or he rents it out, whatever it is, the profits from this land, if he knocks it off the loan, so then that's okay. And over a number of years, he knocks off the
Does he have to knock off 100% of whatever?
Oh, okay. We'll get to those halachos. So eventually, if he hits 100%, then yes, then he has to. Then the loan's finished. If he keeps on going,
no, I'm saying 100% of the rental that he gets from it, he uses towards not.
Oh, I don't know about that. That we'll have to see. I don't know. That again, it gets in the Kufayins. All these dinner are much more mefurish. Over here, it's just touching upon the Rashi Prokim, so to speak. So in the case, and there's a mashkanta that the guy pays him back, he's allowed to kick him off, and there's a mashkanta, all the different chalukim is also, and then there's a mashkanta desur where he just keeps it until he pays him back as a stam mashkanta. So over here he has a sadam mishkanas biyado lo yachzir. If he just has it in his hand, it's also for him to go ahead and take any profit from it. That would be ribis. If he's not knocking it off the chov. So Misha Hais Sodom Mishkanas Biyada V'lo Yachzor V'Yaskir. So he can't go and rent it out to someone else. The Baal Hasada. He can't go back and rent it out to the Baal Hasada himself. Yesh Mishimatir Lasos Kain. Some say it is Motiv Mishkanta Desura in the Mishkanta Desura that it's a different type of mashkanta. It's kilo. The way the Taz says the lashon. He doesn't have to. He doesn't have to be poded from him. Basically, that's the same idea as a mashkanta in the chiyasa that he eats. He'll take the profits of it until the loan's finished. Then he gives it back. So some say that that's okay. He can rent it out however he wants to rent it out, even if he rents it back to the Baal Sadeh. That's okay if he's going to take off from the loan. But the first shita holds that no, it doesn't. It seems like he's taking more money. It's all derabana, more money from the loive than what he than the halva. Even if it's not, but that's what it comes out to be. As long as it wasn't, again, like it's like sort of a hemshech of the last sif. As long as it wasn't a t'nai like that, then it's okay. It's also time in the case where the malva already has the sadeh. Also, but if he doesn't have it already, then it's kilu. They made it. It's kilu is even though it wasn't the time of the loan, but before he settled down into the sadeh, it's kilu that was a t'nai mitchila that he's gonna rent it out to the love and get more money. So that would be also. Sif Beis, Mashkanta the Surah. Mashkanta the Surah, Im Ba'acher, the Sachar Yisamei Malva. If someone else comes and rents it from the Malva, Mutter Lachzor, Lahaskor Yisal Baal Sada. That person, that the middleman, is allowed to go ahead and rent it out to the Baal Sada himself. Because already it's not, because then even if let's say the middleman, he sublets the apartment. Let's say it's an apartment. Let's say it's a field. Sublets the field, and that money he pays to the malveh, but it doesn't come directly. So that's already that's separated. So that's going to be mutter, I guess, unless something that was like the Tanaimi Kara, now whatever. But that's
What's the problem of it being rented out by the?
because he's giving in more money. On paper, coming from straight from the lover, he's paying more money to the malva. So it's a Rabbana. Gimel mutter limkar sadehu leechad ulahasas imo sheyach kirenu. You're allowed to sell a field to someone. Ulahasas imo sheyach kirenu pirish achaycher hu ish shemekaba alav sadachavera laavda. Someone who he's renting a field to go ahead and work the field, like in Aris, but it's a little bit different. But tonight, she's eating the Baal kach v'kach peres. Bein yaseh asada peres, bein lo yaseh. So lahasas imo she'achirenu lo achar. It's the difference between chakirus and arisus is that arisus gives a percentage, and chakirus it's like a straight renting. He gives him a set return, no matter what profits he makes from it or not. So 1 second. So mutulim goes so they leechad lahasas shiach kirenu lo achach, because the first case was because the reason it's mutter because it's a mechira, even though you say it because it's maybe it's haramas ribis that you're selling it, you're selling and you're getting money back and you're v'chule. It might seem like haramas ribis of the last simin, but it's not. Since it's a straight mechira, there's no halveni. It's a straight mechira, so they're just pointing out that that don't get confused, and that's considered a straight mechira. That's okay.
What's the acharka? Is that going on? The t'nai is acharka, or the chakira is acharka?
No, but he rents it out to him. He rents the field out for him. Acharkach. It's simple. Yeah, it's a time thing. It's
But it makes a t'nai at the beginning.
Yeah, even if he makes a t'nai at the beginning, it doesn't make a difference. It's a mechira. Dalet helveyu also dehu. If he lends, he borrows money, with al sadeu as a mashka, and he gives him a sadeh. V'amarlei im lo titin li mikan va'ad gimel shanim reyu sheli. Right. If you don't pay me back, it's going to be, the Malva says it's going to be mine. V'lo amar me'achshav. He doesn't say it's mine from now. It'll be mine in 3 years. Ve'inyin she'ein hamekach kayim toch gimel shanim lo yechal haperes. Until the mekach is kayim after 3 years, it's also for him to eat the peres from it, to get the profits, because again, it's still a loan until he gets it. Ve'im achal ma'avi ribis ksutza yotzim b'dayanim. Because during that, even though he says, "Listen, what's the big deal? I know this guy's not going to pay me back. Give me a break. There's no way he has the money. I'm definitely going to get this. Get this. But okay, So I'm just going to take. I'll take some. I'm going to start taking the profits now. If he pays me back, I'll give it back to him. Whatever. So that's Rebbe Ktsusa, because it's a halva, and just like a regular mashkin, the guy says, let's say it's a regular mashkin. He's mashkin diamond ring, whatever. And he says, listen, if I don't pay you back in 3 years, so then you get to keep the ring, right? So that's a regular mashkin. Here too, it's a mashkin. It's not an abnormal mashkin deal, but with the sadeh, if he's going ahead and he's taking payers before, so that's very b'stutza. That's okay. I'm lending you money, and I get the field, and I'll get the field eventually, and I'll get all the payers in the middle. And that middle, before it's a bechira, it's straight ribbis. No, he's not taking it off. He's just getting extra. What? He's making money. What? That's what's for the tzutza. He's not taking enough. He doesn't want to. Like I said, it could be Don Lacoste. He thought that he could just take it early anyway, and whatever. But let's say it's not. Let's say he just says, I have a right to take. It's in my fields, in my possession. I'm just taking extra money. Why not? It's free money. Yeah, that's what it's tzutza. But some say no, that's not tzutza. The vacuum is to have a mashkanta lo nechiyasa. It's not. It's just like a mashkanta below nechiyasa, which is the ulcer, but it's only also be the rabbanon. A mashkanta where he holds it and gets payers, but he doesn't take off from the loan. This is similar. It's not different. Therefore, it's only a vakribis. Let's get mashkanta lo nechiyasa again. We're going to get into these the clergy's bar lekavansim kufayim beis all the chilukim. It's reason this is over here, Lachor. Like I said, it's a hemshech from the Sif Gimel, the last simin of these things are sort of haramos, and the question is, they mutter or not. Aval masha achal la'achar shalushanin tzarich lahachzir v'chein iker. So one second. But I understand. I say the case over wrong. Hold on 1 second. Yeah, 1 second. No, he says that it seems to be. The case is that he doesn't give the. I'll just refine the case a little bit. It's not that some you look at the Hilchos Ribbis, sometimes you understand. You go back over and you see. Wait a second. It seems like the soda is in the rishus of the loiva, and therefore whatever the loiva. If after 3 years it changes ownership, so he's eating it, he's taking the payers begezel because it's not his.
The loan did the loan pay back?
No one paid it back. No one paid anything back here. Love is rishus. Hold on. So 1 second. Let me just get this clear because I learned it a little bit. No, they didn't pay him back. He didn't pay him back. Well, half a second here. Apologize. 1 second. Let me just get this case a little clearer. Okay, fine. The kuda we're missing over here, which it points out, is b'chlal whether the sale will be chal. It's a separate din. As this is a shayla of a smachta. That it could be that the sale, the pashas is the sale is not chal, because it's a sale of what's called an asmachta, and therefore the levin never had gemiras das to go ahead and to actually sell. It's called an asmachta. An asmachta is the case if someone makes a deal, like so it's not. If I don't do this, right? If I don't pay you back, whatever, then you'll get this. It's like you get the whole field, right? And so the truth be told, so that's called an asmachta because they say that the person selling it doesn't really have gemiras das. He doesn't really mean to sell it. He's just saying it. It's just words. So therefore, mechir is not chal. So mechir, the malva doesn't really get the sadeh. So that's why the end of the Ramah finishes of a masha achal acher shaloshanim, that which the malva says that he thinks it's his. That which he ate after Gimel Shanim, tzarich lahachzir v'chein iker. That's not mitam ribis. It's like a separate din. That's really a choshen mishpat din. That even though it could be a gazan, b'shogeg, whatever. But he, and the lover thinks everyone thinks it's his, and they go to Bez and say, it's not yours. So whatever he has to return. He has to whatever he took, he has to return because of Gzela. And if the Lord, even if the Lord thought it's his, it's called Mechila Batos. So he let him have it Batos, and you're allowed to go back from that. But it's a separate point. All right, maybe we'll stop here for some case.